Hello and welcome to our Spring 24 first edition of Nittany Watch. I'm Matthew Wincoop.
And I'm Mitchell Carson. Nittany Watch is our student-produced digital magazine show, bringing you news, sports, and information from Penn State Harrisburg and the surrounding region.
During each program, we present an in-depth look at the people, places, and events that make Penn State Harrisburg and the Susquehanna Valley a great place to call home.
On today's show, we'll stay up for Penn State Harrisburg's all-nighter.
We'll also give you an inside look at the Latino Dance Club.
And Caleb Steindale will join us for his sports report. On to our show, and for the first time appearing in front of the camera is our editor-in-chief, Matthew Wincoop, who now takes his turn as co-host. Welcome to the show, Matt.
Thanks, Mitch. Mitch, have you ever visited the photo exhibit on campus?
A photo exhibit? You're on campus? Where is it?
It's located in the Susquehanna Theater in the SEC. I checked it out last week. Are you interested in photography and having it posted publicly? There are a couple opportunities for students to showcase their work and photography skills. The Narrative Photography Project and the Seeing Photo Exhibit are just two ways for students to show off their work. To participate in the Narrative Project, students are encouraged to take COM 215 Basic Photography with Dr. Jonathan Tuwelde when offered. This is a semester-long project that will appear on an online forum to showcase the final product. Students also submit text to tell a story of their images. Dr. Tuwelde explains more about the project.
What we have are two things. The first one is called the Narrative Photography Project, and that is an online magazine which features the work of students of basic photography, COM 215, and these are photographs that they turn in for the narrative photography project, which is a two-part photography series that they produce during the semester. And then the best works that are submitted for this course are included in this online magazine, which features the selected works as well as the narrative text that go along with it. So this is the most recent narrative photography project, which is being published today.
The photos taken for this project are then printed out and posted as part of the Seeing Photo Exhibit. It is located right next to the Susquehanna Theater, down the long hallway leading to the bookstore. The exhibit is updated every semester so students can check out a fresh batch of photos periodically. Dr. Tuwelde goes more in depth about the Seeing exhibit.
We also have the physical exhibit, which we host by the Susquehanna Theater. That is the exhibit which involves the actual printed photographs, and if you stop by the Susquehanna Theater's hallway, you're going to see some of these photographs displayed there. So currently we have an exhibit from the second volume of the Narrative Photography Project, which is going to be replaced very soon by this new version or latest edition of the Narrative Photography Project.
Any questions can be directed to Dr. Tuwelde at yxt5225@psu.edu. For Penn State Harrisburg Student Media, I'm Matthew Wincoop.
I'll have to go check that out sometime.
Yes, and anyone with questions can reach out to Dr. Jonathan Tuwelde for more information.
Matthew, do you ever need to relieve stress from school or studying?
Sometimes.
Do you enjoy dancing?
No, not really.
Well, for those that do enjoy dancing, the Latino Dance Club at Penn State Harrisburg is open to all students who may need a little dance break. Jess Barb took us behind the scenes during their weekly practices.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Did you know that Penn State Harrisburg offers a Latina dance club on campus? Their mission is to enhance students' understanding of the Latina culture and help raise diversity awareness on campus. They want everyone to feel proud of their background and be able to come together to celebrate. They practice every Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. in Cub 210 and dance the night away.
My name is Maria Hernandez. I'm the president of the Latino Club. The Latino Club is a student organization that focuses on sharing what it means to be Latino, focus on this big event that we had each year, which is the Latino Gala. The Latino Gala is an event. We have already about 350 people attending. Try to focus on the food and the cultural aspects of that theme that we're choosing, and we incorporate it on the gala. We share cultural food, we share cultural dances that the students do. Speakers talk about what it means to be Latino in this country, and just in general, we have a really good time with all the students since it's the last and biggest event of the Latino Club.
My name is Juan Serrano. I am the PR of the Latino Club. Favorite part of the Latina Club is literally making connections with people, just because people don't connect the same way we connect with them. So we use the dance to connect with them. We use food to connect with them. So I feel like for them it's something so different to the culture. It's like a culture shock in a good way, and we try to get them to engage with us that way so they can learn from us and we can learn from them. Don't give up. Try to learn new things. Life is about the journey and the process. It's not about the end goal. And that's it.
Not only as an adult that's, trying to put himself out there, but, I haven't really had a lot of friends who are Latinos, so it's been pretty enlightening to kind of see their perspective on things, like learn about their families.
My favorite part of the process, I would say, is I find it very relaxing. It helps me get loose, I would say. Like, I have to really relax and try to, actually enjoy the dancing aspect. And it's a nice, physical time that I set out of my day.
The practices are because in the gala they have a moment where they display culture and a culture of dance, so we're learning bachata. So when the gala happens, we're going to do a whole presentation of all these dancers presenting this type of dance on stage.
If you are interested and want to show off your dance moves to others, be sure to keep up to date on the Cork app as to when their practices are.
That did look like a lot of fun. I'll definitely be checking that out.
Make sure to follow their Instagram page and stay tuned for their performance at the gala in April.
I'm sure we'll be showing that here on Nittany Watch. Mitch, we have a large international student population here?
Yes.
One of the unique problems they have is how to become eligible to work on campus. One of the biggest hurdles is they have no idea what a social security number is. Well, reporter Shu's son explains how to get a social security number and get a part-time job on campus as an international student.
Last week when I went to a bank and I want to get a credit card, but they asked me for my SSN, and I don't know what is SSN, so I asked some more, and they tell me if you want to get a SSN, you need to have a work in America. But as an international student, I don't know how to get a work in America.
I don't know SSN that before, but in this year I want to get a driver license, so I know that. But I didn't actually know how to get SSN, so yeah.
Through interviews with several international students, I found that most of the problems they encountered were due to the fact that they were not sure how to get a social security number. This video, I will answer the question of how international students can get a social security number in the United States. You need to get employment letter first. Then go to iStart and request the Social Security letter from DISA. After that, you can prepare some documents which will be listed in the next screen in detail. After that, you can call Social Security office, ask for an appointment. Finally, you can go to Social Security office to complete your application. If you have more questions, you can ask the teachers in the International Students Office. They will be happy to answer them.
For all of our international friends out there, I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any further questions, you can visit the International Students Office for a more detailed consultation.
We'll be right back with more Nittany Watch after this message.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Welcome back. Mitch, have you ever pulled an all-nighter?
Yes, I have pulled 2 all-nighters.
Well, Penn State Harrisburg's Lion Ambassadors held its annual all-nighter event at the end of January, and I was there to capture the event. The Penn State Harrisburg Lion Ambassadors held its annual all-nighter event on January 26th, starting at 8 o'clock, which lasted until 2 a.m. on January 27th. All proceeds from the event benefited Thon. The theme for the event was Sweet Dreams. During the event, students had the opportunity to play several games in the Capitol Union Building events room. These were carnival-themed games that included ring toss and other related tossing games. On top of the games, the attendees were offered free food such as pizza, popcorn, and cotton candy. Tickets earned in games could then be exchanged for prizes. A DJ was also present to play catchy music while everybody played and enjoyed the games. At 10 p.m., the gymnasium opened with several inflatables. These included an obstacle course, laser tag, mechanical pig, and a battle game. These proved to be the most popular games of the night, and the Nittany Lion even joined in on the fun. Camden Rickman, a member of the Lion Ambassadors, explained why the group holds the event and what he hoped students got out of it.
Yep, so the reason we're doing this event is it's all going towards Thon. All the money that we're making for it is going to go towards Thon. And we also wanted all the students to have a fun time on campus, be able to spend the night. Yeah, have fun, man. Really, we're just here to kind of gather the community together, play some games, and make some money for a charity.
The all-nighter will be held again next spring. Students should keep an eye out for next year's date and time. For Penn State Harrisburg Student Media, I'm Matthew Wincoop. Didn't that seem like a lot of fun?
It sure did. Stay tuned next year for the date and time for the next all-nighter event.
Mitch, as the producer of Nittany Watch, I know you're Mr. Thon. Anything new happening to prepare for the big event?
Yes, the annual Thon Swim for a Cure. And as usual, I got the splash on the story. Penn State Harrisburg once again splashed into the water as Thon co-advisor Holly Maitland McKenna swam for the Swim for a Cure event.
This event is the 12th annual Swim for a Cure benefiting Penn State Harrisburg Thon. We have lots of people from the campus, from the community coming in, helping to raise money, FTK. This year, Swim for a Cure was a 24-hour event as a fundraiser for Thon. McKenna looks forward to the swim every year. Getting ready for this is always exciting. We like to change it up a little bit and look for our lucky 13th swim because that will also be very different from this year. As the event went on, Thon members, along with families, and even the men's basketball team participated in the event as well.
So being here with Holly means a lot to me. I just really want to put as much effort and heart into donating for Thon and also just fundraising. I think this is equally as important as being a dancer, and I want to give Holly all the support I can.
Participating gives me a chance to support Holly and just to keep going and being for the kids and just keeping the main focus on Thon and the 4 diamonds as we swim.
As Swim for a Cure is enjoyed by the campus every year, it means a lot to McKenna and to Thon.
This swim means so much to me. It's fabulous getting our campus, working with the community, and all of the swimmers that come in to raise money for the Penn State Dance Marathon, 4 Diamonds Fund, Hershey's Children's Hospital, and just bringing our whole community together to help the kids.
This year, the event raised a total of $5,488, and it's for the kids. Mitchell Carson, Penn State Harrisburg, Student Media.
That looked like a great time and was for a great cause as well.
It sure was. Holly Maitland McKenna has been swimming here at Penn State Harrisburg for 12 years now. This year's total raised is now $5,898, making McKenna's grand total raise $68,945.32.
That's amazing.
And it's for the kids.
Mitch, have you ever been to any of the badminton tournaments here on campus?
Well, I've been to the intramural badmintons, but not the real deal.
Let's join reporter Rexa as she shows us how the badminton doubles tournament 2 weeks ago turned out.
The The badminton doubles tournament is an annual event here at Penn State Harrisburg where students come to play on teams with their teammates. 2 weeks ago, the International Students Office and the Student Badminton Club invited all the students to join this tournament.
The basic idea of badminton we thought of is a doubles tournament because there are many number of students who are interested in playing this sport. So we had to figure all of them able to play this game. So we thought of doubles, and we also thought of food which we have to provide and everything during the game. So energy drinks which are really the good ones for the game, and we had gone with a Gatorade and everything. Those are the refreshments, and the plus point of the tournament is we have lots of prizes. There are good ones, and even the winners gonna get their trophies and everything.
I used to play badminton in high school, but I haven't played it in quite some time. And I just feel like maybe this is the time so I can go back. I think that doubles are better for badminton tournament because you don't have to move that much. You need to really have control over yourself and your partner and the situation.
Attending this tournament is also a great opportunity to meet up with friends and relax from schoolworks.
Many students, when they are stressed out with the assignments and the work, they don't have any time to get a leisure time on something. So sports is actually which brings out everyone, and they get there gonna be lots of stress-free things. So I initially thought of badminton because there are many set of people who like the game and they have different kinds of skills, so they can showcase that and also grow themselves.
Although that I lose quite faster than I expected, but I did learn a lot through the tournament. I learned more about the rules. I think that is good enough for all of my 3 year experience, and I didn't know any rules, so this was worth it.
The time we have is actually very less, but we're gonna make more time and a better place and everything.
This is Rexa from Penn State Harrisburg Student Media.
It seems like they had a lot of fun. I should have grabbed my racket and joined them.
That I would love to see. We'll be right back with Caleb's sports report after this message.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor. It's time we take a step forward, come together,
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Caleb Steindale, and this is your Nittany Watch Sports Report. We'll kick things off, as we always do in February, with basketball, and let's just say it is a great time to be a fan of the Lions. The men just wrapped up one of their best seasons of all time, finishing the regular season with a 21-4 overall record while winning 10 of their last 11 games. They almost went undefeated in conference play for the first time ever, but ultimately still finished with an impressive 11-1 record, despite dropping their final game to rival Lancaster Bible College. The Lions clinched the #1 seed and home court advantage in the United East tournament. Senior guard Danye Baylor-Carroll broke the program points record this year, and he's averaged a team-high 17.7 points per game. He also leads the team in assists and steals. Senior guard Nate Curry leads the team with 8.8 rebounds per game, and senior center Alex Leiba leads the team with a 63.1 field goal percentage and 1.5 blocks per game. The team is averaging over 76 points per game, and since the beginning of January, the Lions have won all but 2 of their games by at least double digits. Head coach Don Friday was also recently named HoopDirt.com's NCAA Division III National Coach of the Week. Friday has the team top 25 in the country in steals per game and assist to turnover ratio. On Wednesday, February 7th, Penn State Harrisburg hosted a Consent Matters Day doubleheader against Penn State Abington, and both teams came away with the win. Yours truly was in attendance for the men's victory.
Another day, another good cause promoted, and another W in the win column for the Penn State Harrisburg Nittany Lions. On Wednesday, February 7th, the men's team defended home court against conference rival Penn State Abington by a score of 75-57. Not only did they keep their conference win streak alive, but they promoted consent and sexual misconduct awareness with the annual Consent Matters game. Penn State Harrisburg came out of the gate on fire and took a commanding 40-15 lead going into halftime. Abington gave them trouble in the second half, but the home team held on. Sophomore guard Isaiah Millian says that the team kept their composure despite Abington's second half surge.
We know what kind of team we are, so when teams do that, it's best not to, get riled up or, start arguing with each other. The best thing is, regroup, learn, figure out the problem because, they started hitting threes. So, let's get out our shooters. Let's make sure, they're not driving to the basket going through middle. So that's really the reason why they really came back, but we make sure we stay together, we stay as a team, and we focus on one goal.
Senior guard Danye Baylor-Carroll was on fire, tallying 31 points, 6 assists, and 6 steals. Lance Douglas managed 7 rebounds, Nate Curry scored double digits, and Millian finished with 11 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds of his own.
I've tried to, fit in where get in where I fit in, So I'm, as you see, I have a lot of shots pulling up off the dribble. So that's really, I feel like I could have made more threes, So, but definitely I try to make sure I get as many rebounds as possible, especially when, the big men are boxing out to reward them, I'm going to get the rebound, So, and then fast break layups, shout out to Danye because when he steals it, I'm gone, So that's really how I'm figuring out his scoring and stuff like that.
As a team, Penn State Harrisburg outshot Abington by nearly 20% and had 12 more assists. Harrisburg tallied an assist on all but 5 of its field goals. Millian attributed the team's success to defensive energy and strong team chemistry.
When we play in the zone, it's definitely the reason why, we're getting a lot of steals, we're getting fast break layups, and, definitely the energy too, because that brings it a long way. So bringing the energy, when we score buckets, dapping each other up, the team chemistry is really what makes us go. That's why we're having all of a sudden we're up 4 and then all of a sudden we're up 20, So that's really the reason why we're winning these kind of games and stuff like that, because of our energy on defense.
Beyond success on the court, the game was another win for the Penn State Harrisburg's Consent Matters initiative, which, according to the PSU website, aims to educate students on a broad spectrum of issues related to consent and sexual misconduct. Coaches, players, and fans wore the brand new Consent Matters t-shirts to encourage people to take an active role in gaining consent and to remind people of how important consent is in relationships.
Consent matters because, as athletes and as men, it's a big thing going around where people are not waiting for consent. So it's big for our team, when people say consent matters because it's a big thing in the world. Just making sure we're being respectful, whether that's with men or women, because it can go both ways. And, it's not just about making sure somebody else has consent, but onto yourself too. So make sure you're giving consent. And if you don't want it, don't give consent. Don't feel pressured to do anything like that. And, do the right thing.
Congratulations to the Lions on both winning and promoting a wonderful cause. We'll all be cheering them on come postseason time. The women are experiencing similar success this season. They're 14-1 overall, and they've also clinched home court advantage and the #1 seed through the United East tournament with an 11-1 conference record, one of their best conference records in program history. The Lady Lions have won 7 in a row to close out the regular season, winning all of them by at least 7 points. Junior guard Gianni Correa leads the team with 17.4 points per game, while fellow star guard Jayla Galbraith leads the team in three-point percentage. Junior forward Allie Lister leads the team in both rebounds per game and field goal percentage. Lister also leads the team in assists per game and steals per game, and she was recently named United East Vault Division Defensive Player of the Week. During next week's Sports Report, we'll update you on the playoff situation as both teams head into the United East tournament. Men's and women's track and field is also going strong throughout the beginning of the semester. There have been 7 meets so far this season, with the most recent one coming at the Division III Indoor Track and Field Pre-Nationals in Western Valley, PA. At this meet, freshman Katrine Kavanaugh won the women's pole vault, and sophomore Grace Weber also finished in the top 5 in women's 500 meters. Late in January, seniors Leah Gray and Steph Ryder both continued their excellent seasons by breaking program records in their main events. Gray set a new record with a 7.76 second time in the 60 meters, breaking her old record, and Steph Ryder also broke her previous mark in the weight throw with a 14.23 meter toss. Several sports are also set to begin their 2024 seasons within the next few weeks. Baseball tees off at home against Clarkson on Sunday, February 18th, And softball gets going at Myrtle Beach against Bridgewater State on Sunday, March 3rd. Men's and women's tennis will resume on the road against Stevenson on Saturday, February 24th. The intramural season is also in full swing as table tennis and badminton each held their season following the conclusion of water volleyball. Reporter Matthew Wincoop has more on the latest intramurals.
Following the conclusion of water volleyball, intramurals began its table tennis and badminton seasons. The quarterfinals consisted of 8 players, 4 of which moved on to the semifinals. Cubitt and Phil Gahan faced off as the 1 and 5 seed, while the Engineer and Block Party battled it out in the second match. Cubitt and the Engineer advanced to the finals. After several rounds, the Engineer was crowned as the table tennis champion. Abdallah Alsout, who was playing under the Engineer name, weighed in on how he thinks the matches went.
They went very well. I needed it. It's been a while for me. Yeah, actually, I haven't been practicing for last year. I broke my wrist, so this is my first time going back. But I should have definitely practiced a little bit more, but it went really well.
Badminton then began its matches. The quarterfinals began with 4 matches. 4 of the 8 players advanced to the semifinals, where number 1 seed Grounder battled number 5 seed Gigi Bond, and number 7 seed Couch Potato played number 6 seed Runa. Gigi Bond and Couch Potato won their respective matches and battled in the finals. After an early morning battle, Gigi Bond was victorious and named as badminton champion. Ho Chen Huang, who played as Gigi Bond, talked about his path to the championship.
When we won the game for the doubles, the first thing we sang is very much happy, and it's the first time I play abroad, and it's the first time I win the championship. And during the game, I will be feel like angry for a bit because I didn't think I played very well during the game. So.
Volleyball is underway as the next intramural sport. For Penn State Harrisburg Student Media, I'm Matthew Wincoop.
Thanks, Matt, and congratulations to the Engineer and Gigi Bond on winning table tennis and badminton championships. The next intramural on deck is volleyball. The world of professional sports just concluded a massive event. Super Bowl 58 took place on Sunday, and let's just say it was more than a big game. It was also the biggest of games. The Chiefs versus the 49ers game on Sunday was the most watched television event in history, shattering TV ratings with nearly 125 million viewers. The game was a slow back-and-forth affair for most of the game, but the Kansas City Chiefs eventually pulled it out in overtime by a score of 25-22 to secure their second straight championship. Patrick Mahomes won the MVP, throwing for 333 yards and a pair of scores, while also leading his team in rushing. He is just the 5th quarterback to win 3 or more Super Bowls. Travis Kelce led the receiving game with 9 catches for 93 yards. On the other side, Brock Purdy performed admirably with 255 passing yards and a score, while star running back Christian McCaffrey exploded for 30 touches, 160 yards, and a score, leading his team in both rushing and receiving. Ultimately, it wasn't enough to overcome Mahomes, although the 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan's play calling down the stretch certainly played a major role in the loss. We'll take a break, and we will be right back with a recap on Super Bowl predictions.
So good to see you guys.
So, what's up? Oh, we finally bought a place. Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is
it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Before the Super Bowl, fellow reporter Mitchell Carson and I headed outside Olmsted to ask people what they thought was going to happen in this year's big game.
That's right, Caleb. We set up shop outside Olmsted and interviewed both students and faculty about their predictions and what they were looking forward to the most in this year's Super Bowl. We had a wide range of answers, but now that the Super Bowl is over, we can take a look at who was right, who was wrong, and who was just plain crazy.
Let's take a look.
Can you tell me your name, major, and your favorite NFL team?
My name is Sydney Molka. I'm a bio major, and my favorite MFL team is the Bills.
Sure, my name's Greg Jacobs. My major is kinesiology, and my favorite NFL team is the Steelers.
I'm Daniel Bartlett, the intramural and club sports coordinator. Grew up a Cowboy fan. My father raised me that way.
Yes, Mitchell. My name's Don Friday. I'm the head men's basketball coach here at Harrisburg, and I'm also the father of 2023 graduate Donald Friday.
I'm Dr. Nolf, and I teach anything with a lens: broadcast journalism, photography, video production, and media literacy, and a bunch of other stuff. I am a Chiefs fan. I lived in the Kansas City area for 22 years, but I also grew up in the 70s near Pittsburgh, so I'm a Steelers fan.
Absolutely. So my name is Gonzalo Ingram. I am a double major in political science and American studies, and my favorite football team are the Seattle Seahawks.
Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year?
See, that's a question that I've gotten asked plenty of times, and as a Seattle Seahawks fan, I can't bring myself to say the 49ers. This is really a Super Bowl where like America would love a tie, so like neither of them win, but just because my loyalty lies where it lies, I'm going to have to go with the Kansas City Chiefs on this one.
I'm going to give it to the 49ers just because I don't want to see the Chiefs win again.
I don't, when I go to football games, I usually I root for the food. I don't usually root for a team. So if the spread is good, it's going to be a good game. But I don't know. I'm kind of, I have a feeling that the Chiefs are going to win this one. I don't know. I just feel that. Yeah. I don't know why.
I'm hopeful the Niners.
You know, I'd like to see, I'm a fan of Andy Reid. I'd like to see the Chiefs win, only because I hate the 49ers. You know, the 49ers are the guys that kind of dissembled the Eagles there early on and said they had the blueprint. So I'm rooting for the Chiefs and Andy Reid and Mahomes and Kelsey.
Who do I think will win? Well, the Chiefs, I think, will win. It's a fait accompli. It's one of those things that Kelsey and Mahomes have really gelled in the 6 years Mahomes has been playing. Mahomes has been in the AFC Championship game all 6 years of his career. This is their fourth Super Bowl in 5 years. Brock Purdy doesn't know what's going to hit him when Kansas City's new defense takes over.
What are you looking forward to for the Super Bowl this year?
I'm looking forward to it'll be a close game, but I'm looking forward to seeing Kansas City kind of school San Francisco on what it's like to play a complete team.
I think I'm really looking forward to I think the defensive battle that it's really going to be. The Chiefs have a good defense, and the 49ers, I think, as much as I hate to say it, are just stacked and loaded in defense. I think if they're able to contain Mahomes, I think that's going to really give them a great chance. And if the Chiefs defense is able to hold McCaffrey away from a lot of yards, that'll force Purdy to throw. And I think then he'll start making some mistakes in the big stage.
I'm always looking forward to, I think it's neat when they do the flyover at the national anthem, when the F-16s go over. I think that's a really cool thing, right? It shows the might of our United States military and, you know, how sports and all those things come together. And then the other part is just a great game, right? It's a great family day where everybody kind of comes together for the Super Bowl. And, I can't wait to see all the pan shots and how many times they go to Taylor Swift and Jason Kelsey and all the Swifties. I mean, what a great time. I mean, just a bonanza for the NFL.
I'm tired of the whole Swift craze, so I'm a big Niners fan for this game coming up.
Chips and salsa, definitely. And I hope there's a lot of layers to the bean dip.
The food.
Do you have any bold predictions for this year?
Nope.
I have a feeling that the commercials are going to be really good, I think. Yeah, that's about it.
So I'm going to say that at the end of that Kelsey's going to score, Travis Kelsey's going to score a touchdown, and he's going to get down on one knee. He's going to propose to Taylor Swift, and I'm saying that's going to happen first quarter, 2 minutes and 15 seconds to play. The score that's going to put them up 13-7, and the internet's going to stop when he proposes to Taylor Swift. That's my prediction.
Bold predictions? No, I don't have any, but I think my score prediction, I think I'm going to go on and say that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win in a slugfest. I think we're going to look at a 21-18 ball game.
Just looking forward to watching it with some friends and family.
I think it'll be close for a while. If Kansas City's defense plays the way I know they can play, And if Mahomes and Kelsey play the way I know they can play, and if the rest of the team plays the way I know they can play, it's going to be a blowout. And I expect Chiefs 27, San Francisco 20.
Thanks, Mitchell, and thanks to everyone on campus who allowed us to interview them. The 2024 offseason has already begun, and time will tell who takes it all next year. That will do it for the Nittany Watch Sports Report. To keep up with Penn State Harrisburg sports all year round, visit the school athletic page at athletics.hbg.psu.edu and follow Penn State Harrisburg Athletics on social media. And as always, be sure to read the Blue and White Journal for the latest sports news at pshblueandwhitejournal.com. Check out next week's sports show for a postseason update. I'm Caleb Steindl, and this has been the Nittany Watch Sports Report.
Thanks, Caleb. Well, that brings us to the end of our show. You can watch our show on the Penn State Harrisburg Student Media YouTube channel.
Or check out our link on the Penn State Harrisburg Student Media website, pshblueandwhitejournal.com. For all of us here at Nittany Watch and WPSH TV, thank you for watching.